General Hospital spoilers reveal that Brook is becoming increasingly consumed by her past obsessions, especially when faced with the truth that she cannot have children. This is not just a huge shock to her marriage with Chase, but also a lingering pain that gnaws at her mind every day. She once thought she could start a family, that she could fix past mistakes, but now that prospect seems more and more out of reach. Brook's obsession does not only stop at the present, but also revisits old pain, the decision to give up her first child when she was a teenager. She can't stop wondering if this is karma for her, a punishment for abandoning her own flesh and blood. The feelings of regret, anxiety, and self-loathing surround her, making it impossible for her to escape. It seems that the more she tries to control her life, the more lost Brook becomes. Her inability to have children with Chase only increases her confusion about her role in the marriage. She loves Chase, but can he truly accept a life without children? Will he stay with her forever, or will he one day turn to someone who can give him a complete family? Brook's insecurity grows, affecting every decision she makes. She begins distancing herself from Chase, doubting herself, and seeking comfort in places she shouldn't. Those around her, from Olivia, Tracy to her close friends, begin to notice the change. But even as they try to help, Brook feels more lost and out of control. Brook's story is no longer just about her inability to conceive but about the inner struggle that is erupting within her. She needs to confront her past, her obsessions, and most importantly, find the way forward. But will she be able to do so before it's too late? Can her marriage with Chase survive this challenge, or will this be the end for them? A major crisis is approaching, and Brook will have to make the most important decisions of her life. Brook is entering a turbulent phase in her life, where chaotic emotions, unhealed wounds, and internal conflicts are starting to boil over. Her marriage to Chase is on the verge of collapsing after she discovers he cannot have children. This is not just a shock but a deep wound in Brook's heart, as she always dreamed of building a family with the man she loves. But now, that dream is falling apart, leaving a void so large she doesn't know how to fill it. In her moments of desperation, Brook finds unexpected solace in Cody, a man also carrying his own pains. Cody once loved Sasha, but now, she is pregnant with another man's child, which leaves him stuck and directionless. He's not only suffering from losing the woman he loves but also facing the reality that she is building a family that he can't be part of. Cody can do nothing but watch as Sasha moves forward with a life that no longer has room for him. These shared emotional wounds draw Brook and Cody closer. At first, they were just friends sharing their grief and helping each other through difficult times. But gradually, their empathy for each other grows stronger, transcending the boundary of friendship. Deep conversations, accidental touches, and meaningful glances lead to something inevitable, a strong attraction neither of them wants to admit. Brook is torn between duty and desire, between love for Chase and the longing for a real connection with someone who understands her in a way Chase cannot. Cody, on the other hand, is facing his own inner conflict, whether he is using Brook as a way to forget Sasha, or if he truly has feelings for her. Things get more complicated when Dante, Cody's best friend, starts noticing something isn't right. Dante is not only Cody's friend but also the biological father of Gio, the child Brook gave up when she was a teenager. If Dante discovers that Cody and Brook have become intimate behind Chase's back, it could completely destroy their friendship and cause a massive rift in the Quartermain family. Meanwhile, Chase still hasn't figured out what's going on. He's still trying to salvage his marriage, hoping that he and Brook can figure out how to overcome infertility. But the distance between them keeps growing, and if he discovers that Brook has turned to Cody to fill the void in their marriage, it could be the final blow that ends everything. Tensions are mounting, and the question is, can Brook and Cody control their feelings, or will they let their momentary desire lead to irreversible consequences? If they cross that line, will it be a deadly mistake or the beginning of something new? The story is approaching a major turning point where every decision could lead to unforeseen consequences. There will be hurt, betrayal, and irreversible changes. But who will take responsibility for what's about to happen? Can Brook escape the mess she has created, Or will this be the darkest chapter in her life? Brook Lynn will once again face an unexpected truth when she discovers she is pregnant. This is not just a shock to her, but a bombshell to everyone around her, especially Chase. After learning that he cannot have children, Chase gradually accepted the reality and tried to build a stable life with Brook Lynn. But now, her sudden pregnancy changes everything and pulls them both into a whirlwind of doubt, pain, and secrets yet to be revealed. The biggest question everyone will ask is, who is the father of the baby? Chase knows he cannot have children, so does this mean Brook Lynn has betrayed him? Meanwhile, Brook Lynn is in a state of utter confusion. Can she face Chase and confess the truth? Or will she choose to hide everything, making things even more complicated? In this moment, Cody is the first person who comes to Brook Lynn's mind. The close moments between her and Cody recently could be the reason behind this. If Cody is truly the father, it could completely change everyone's life. Will Cody step up to take responsibility? Or will he feel like just a substitute, a wrong choice in Brook Lynn's most vulnerable moment? It's not just Cody and Chase who are drawn into this turmoil, but even Dante and the Quartermain family will be severely affected. How will Dante feel if he finds out that his best friend slept with Brook Lynn? This could destroy their friendship forever. As for Tracy and Olivia, they won't easily accept the truth, especially when the Quartermain family's honor is at stake. Moreover, Brook Lynn once had to face immense pain when she was forced to give up Gio as a teenager. Now, being pregnant again might force her to confront past wounds. Will she choose to keep the baby and raise her child this time, or will the haunting memories of the past return once more? Sasha may also play a key role in this story. When she discovered she was pregnant, Brook Lynn couldn't hide her envy and pain. But now, as she finds herself in the same situation, can she find empathy from Sasha? Or will their friendship grow even more strained as this secret begins to unravel? No matter what the outcome is, one thing is certain, this will be one of the most explosive storylines in Port Charles. A secret that can't be kept forever, a betrayal that can't be forgiven, and an unpredictable future await Brook Lynn. Will she be able to turn things around and find the right path for herself, or will this be the biggest mistake of her life? Port Charles is about to witness one of the most heartbreaking events as the marriage between Chase and Brook Lynn officially falls apart. The cracks have been there for a long time, but now everything has reached a point of no return. After continuous turmoil, Chase realizes that the love between him and Brook Lynn is no longer enough to overcome all the hurt they've caused each other. This raises a big question: is this the end of Chase's time in Port Charles? When Chase married Brook Lynn, he believed it would be the beginning of a happy future. He dreamed of a small family with children, a home filled with laughter. But reality is too harsh. At first, Brook Lynn's inability to conceive was a huge shock to Chase. He tried to be an understanding husband, but the more time passed, the more he felt pushed away. While Chase tried to accept the truth and find a way to move forward, Brook Lynn was hiding too many secrets from him. When Chase finds out the truth about Gio, that Brook Lynn had a child with Dante but kept it hidden for years, his trust in her completely collapses. The fact that his wife had a child and never told him makes Chase feel like he was never truly important in her life. He should have been the first to know, but instead, he had to hear the truth from others. Not only that, the rumors about Brook Lynn's relationship with Cody make everything worse. Chase cannot bear the feeling of becoming an outsider in his own marriage. Everything seems to be against him, and he has no choice but to end it all. As Brook Lynn and Chase's marriage is on the brink of collapse, Brook Lynn finds solace in Cody, Dante's best friend. Cody never intended to break up Chase's marriage, but the empathy between him and Brook Lynn brought them closer. When news breaks that Brook Lynn might be pregnant again, Chase is completely devastated. Is the child his? Or is it Cody's? If the baby is Cody's, it will be the final blow that destroys Chase. That would prove that this marriage never had a chance to survive. Chase tried his best, but Brook Lynn didn't make any effort to protect their relationship. Dante would also feel betrayed if Cody is truly the father. As Chase's best friend, Cody should never have crossed the line into his marriage. Will their friendship survive after this? After the divorce, Chase will have no reason to stay in Port Charles. His heart is broken, and his life no longer holds meaning. Chase begins considering leaving town, seeking a new start elsewhere, where he can forget all the pain and start fresh. Seattle seems like the perfect destination. Finn and Violet are there, and they're the only family Chase can rely on. If he leaves, it will be a huge loss for Port Charles, but also a good thing for him. But will this departure truly be the end? Could something, or someone, make Chase change his mind? Perhaps an unexpected event will happen before Chase leaves. Perhaps Brook Lynn will realize that she still loves Chase and will do everything to win him back. Or maybe someone else will enter Chase's life, giving him a reason to stay. The divorce story between Chase and Brook Lynn will not only affect them but will also cause a series of conflicts within the Quartermaine family. Tracy and Olivia will certainly not let this slide when they see their family once again shaken by Brook Lynn's mistakes. The Quartermaine family has always been full of arguments and schemes, and Chase's departure will only make things more chaotic. If Brook Lynn is truly pregnant, who will stand by her? Who will protect her from the criticism? And what about Cody? Will he be willing to take responsibility if the child is his? Or will Cody also choose to leave, abandoning Brook Lynn to face the consequences alone? Chase and Brook Lynn's marriage may have ended, but their story is far from over. The consequences of this divorce will last, and the secrets are still far from being fully revealed. Chase's departure may open a new door for him, but it could also be just a way to escape. Will Port Charles lose one of its most upright men, or is this just the beginning of a new chapter in Chase's life? Let's see what happens in Port Charles without Chase. Will Brook Lynn regret what has happened? And more importantly, will Chase truly leave without coming back? A breakup could just be the beginning of a surprising return.